Okay, hello and welcome back to another episode of Vault Hunters Plus 1.16. So, collected all of the things for our first vault. Our first official vault that's non-raffle vault. I also got a bunch of ability totems from farming up those cows and sheeps, which is perfect. So we should have a little bit extra, just base, absurdity when it comes down to it. And we are going to run first the raffle vault for a speed run. So let's see how fast we can get this guy done. Okay, turn you on. X marks the spot. It is a 4 obelisk vault. And it looks like we've got 2 obelisks pretty much right off bat. There's a bunch of chests in here as well, which is... They are gilded chests, although it's a little bit unfortunate that we are going to not really be going for any of them, because we are actually here in order to speedrun. Because that's the whole point of these raffles. We are just going for no loot, and we can only loot chests. There's a rule that I'm implementing just because we do get one of these for free every single time. And I will be adding the names of new subscribers who comment below these videos into these raffles. So, CaptainSparklez is our enemy for this vault. We only do about 10 damage per axe hit, which not anything crazy, unfortunately. Thankfully, we do not have to worry about knockback for the most part. Perfect, vault cleared. Now we can loot up as much as we want, which we're just going to try and get as many of the apples, cookies, and other vault stuff as we can, because again, these guys are quite important. Although it looks like we're not going to get very many chests from this room, but we did get our boss crate anyway, so we're going to put that down right there. And we are going to actually leave this right here. So, we're going to put it right here, and we actually have this vault to run. So, let's create this vault crystal, and fingers crossed we get something good. It is a normal vault crystal. So, the vault crystals, you can actually upgrade them using the vault stews, knowledge stars, or an netherite sword to make different things. One is a build-a-vault, one is an ancient vault, and one is a raid vault. We'll be going through those later. We need infused eternal souls, and eternal souls are something that you get from these boss crates. So, we'll need to work through that, but vault crystal, and this one we will actually be looting. So this one we're going to take as long as we possibly can. I'm also going to delete... Wrong one. Delete. Is this the vault that we came in from? Because it better be. Anyway, we got 1 obelisk from you. What we will do though, is we will turn on X-ray, because these gilded chests are going to be huge benefits for us right now. And what I should have done is I should have made a shulker box before coming into here, but thankfully we will actually have the things that we need in order to make one inside the vault, which is really, really helpful, because we're going to end up needing quite a few of them over time, and having them this early on is going to be super, super helpful. So we have a shulker box already. I'm going to take this crafting table, because we will need it for more shulker boxes throughout the rest of this vault, and we're going to just loot up as much as we possibly can from these chests initially. Just getting as much as we can from the exposed ones. We don't want to waste a ton of time, so we're not really going to spend a ton of time going through each and every one of the rooms in here. Because again, we're just trying to get the most loot that we can without putting in a crazy amount of effort. So it's a 4 obelisks. We want to make sure that we only hit 3 of them this early on at least. most of the mobs and such we're gonna leave, and there's no real point in mining any vault ores because, again, we do not have anywhere near the amount of loot necessary for that. Sometimes there's a good amount of, yeah, like up here, we can get ourselves a block of diamond, some chests over here. Of course, that one happened to be poisoned. Gotta kill mobs close to this one. So, thankfully, there seems to be quite a few mobs over here. And we got ourselves a totem of undying, painite gem, and some more vault cookies. And those vault cookies are going to prove to be very, very beneficial, thankfully. Because they are quite tedious and difficult to get in large quantities. And overall, it's very helpful when we get a ton of them. So, we're just going to get as many as we can because we need the XP. And the XP is how we will end up actually getting through and going absolutely ham in the vaults, is through higher tier, higher level vaults where we will get much, much better loot. So, again, this is a small vault since it is only a level 0 pretty much, because I think it levels up every 3 levels, unless I'm mistaken. So it's going to be a little bit before we get anything crazy. As well as this vault only has one modifier, and that is crowded, which means that there's more mobs. I'm going to take that wither skeleton skull, because those guys are pretty rare. But the rest of that, it's mostly just going to go into getting more. These guys, 4 mobs kills over here. Catalyst fragments are going to be super helpful as well. But we want to bait these mobs into coming over to here so that we can get the altar. Perfect. And boop. Dang it, that's not good. That's annoying. Okay, you're good, and I get to open up you now. Which we get a black opal for. Pretty decent. And overgrowth seed if we need that, not really. Not super crazy about overgrowth seed, it's kind of the mid thing, to be honest with you. And now we have those. We're not going to spend a crazy amount of time in this vault, though, because, again, like, these vaults are not crazy good, and the amount of loot that we get in them is kind of subpar. Trader core, that's big. We do need to get netherite fragment. Ooh, actually, that's huge. Block of netherite, even better than netherite fragments. Same with a block of gold and a block of diamond. You'll love to see it. These are filled with dungeons, which do have spawners in them and such, but we don't really need most of that stuff, so we're just going to kind of... Ah, yes, I forget. The great other treasure doors, the more difficult treasure doors that you cannot glitch through, otherwise you die. But we're going to loot this room, and then we're going to fight the boss right after this room. So, let's get all of you guys that we can. Loot it up. Perfect. Loot it up. Some ores down here, some ancient debris. We might as well mine this guy just in case. We did get one from it. So, pretty lucky overall when it comes down to it. So far, at least. And looks like that's all that we've got for this guy, so time to fight. And Boogeyman, probably the most annoying of all of the bosses. Although, at our current capacity, not the most difficult. The Vault Robot is probably the most difficult. Boogeyman is probably second. But, we did get it completed. We got ourselves the boss crate. And turn off our x-ray before we get out of this vault. Although, if we can, I do want to come over here. 4 seconds left. Get ourselves that stuff. Get onto the ground. And in that guy, we ended up getting... We got a trident from that guy, which is pretty good. a bunch of really good stuff as well, including shulker box full of loot, which in total equates to, between the two vaults, a bunch of vault cookies, a netherite axe, that's going to be our main weapon from now on, a really, really good bow, that's going to be our main ranged weapon from now on, a totem of undying, which we're not really going to use, a bunch of relic booster packs and such, and yeah, so we're going to first, relic booster packs, we got nothing, mystery boxes, fingers crossed we get something nice, not really, it's a bummer. Now it's time to eat the cookies. Hopefully we get up to level 4 or 5 here. It's looking like we're going to get 4, not 5, yeah. So 2 more unspent skill points, which we can put into, not reach yet, not stone skin yet. We can put that into experience, which is going to help with getting new abilities and such. And that's good overall, so. And what we can also do is we can kind of filter. Ooh, we also got a vault magnet. Did not notice that. Quite nice that we got a vault magnet. We also got a bunch of different vault apples and some different gems. But I am clearing that out because we're going to use a boss crate as our in-vault shulker from now on. We also got a bunch of bottles of enchanting, and we also got vault magnets, which we're going to put in there. Star essence, star shards, star core. We need a bunch of Larimar for that, and a vault time block, which overall is not going to be actually too much in the full scheme of things. But I do want to make sure that we fully scope out how much star essence we have and such, because it is really important. But we should also see what we need to get for our next vault, because I do have vault rocks now. So let's see what we need for next episode's vaults. Some netherwort, cobwebs, apples, and charcoal. Not too bad. Pretty easy overall. We'll be able to get that done in a jiffy and run that next vault. So I will see you guys then. GG's. Peace. Have a great time. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.